This episode may contain explicit language. It's time to answer a listener's question.
My kid is a struggling college student. When they were doing well, I got them the new gaming system they asked for. However, now I'm having second thoughts about giving it to them.
If you know your kid and you know it's going to be a problem, do not give them something that is going to be a problem.
But this is a college student, Elizabeth.
Can we just talk about all the distractions there are at college? There's bars, there's drugs, there's parties, there's friends. So I don't think this is going to make or break it.
Hey, this is Care and Feeding. We're three friends with kids who get together every week to talk life, swap advice, and keep each other sane while we muddle through this weird and wonderful thing called parenting. I'm Lucy Lopez. I'm mother to two teens, Amelia, who's 15, Avery, who's 13, and we live in Miami.
I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. I'm mom to Henry, who's 13, Oliver, who's 11, and Teddy, who's 9, and we live in Honolulu, Hawaii.
I'm Zak Rosen. I am dad to Noah, who's 8, Ami, who's 5, and Yuki, the puppy, who's moaning a little bit. I'm sorry if you hear her. We are in Detroit.
We're here to talk about the ups and downs and everything in between when it comes to parenting.
And today, we're answering a listener question about college gaming.
We have a listener who's debating whether or not to give a gaming console to her college kid. The reason they're on the fence is because their kid is struggling. So let's get into it. Zach, can you read the question for us?
My kid is a struggling college student. I'm thrilled they are going to school and staying in school. They have a medical condition that is disabling and tricky to manage. Because of this, their grades are low, and for the past 2 semesters, they have failed a class, dropped a class, and started taking a lower course load to compensate. This semester, to try to stay closer to on track, they have a full course load again. Earlier last semester, when they were doing well, I got them the new gaming system they asked for, to give to them for their birthday this month. However, now I'm having second thoughts about giving it to them. If it goes with them back to school, it'll be a distraction from their studies. What should I do here? Give it to them outright, as they are an adult and can make choices? Give it to the two of us together and insist it stays at home? Or find a different, less distracting gift? I'm inclined to the second choice, but it seems a bit controlling. My husband is leaving the choice up to me. What should I do?
First of all, I think you should give him the gift, but make it a conversation and not like a TED Talk. Okay? You could say something like, look, I got this for you when things were going well last semester, and I still want you to have it. I'm a little worried about how it might affect your workload and health this term, and I'd love to talk together about what feels realistic. Just saying. And one more thing, sorry, your kid doesn't need fewer joys right now. Like anything that brings them joy, they could use more of that. What they need is support. They need trust. They need love. And the feeling that their effort is just enough, not just what their output is. Like their effort is being seen, not just what they're putting out into the world. Because sometimes a gaming system is just that. It's a gaming system.
Yeah,
that's
stress
all it
relief.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a reminder that life is, I don't know, allowed to be enjoyable and fun and all the good things when life gets hard. Just wanted to tell that parent. And you're doing a great job, and so is your kid. How about that?
I have follow-up questions for you, Lucy, because I'm very on the fence here. Like I go back and forth. So I agree. The whole second part of what you said is true. Like I think if the goal was like joy and this is, you feel like they should be rewarded with something they really want, like all of that is very hard for me to balance with what you like with a perceived risk. But here's what I want to ask. So let's say you give it to them and you have this conversation and it becomes a problem. Like what do you see? Because I guess part of my initial response is like, if you know your kid and you know it's going to be a problem, do not give them something that is going to be a problem.
But this is a college student, Elizabeth.
It is a college student, for sure. And I don't like the option where you give it and then you're like, but it has to stay home. Like, I
hate
feel
that
like that
option.
is controlling. I hate that. I think that if that is where you want, just don't give it. But I agree with what you're saying, which is like, gaming can be a real stress reliever. It can be like, if this is what brings them joy and they're busting their butt to, even if busting their butt is a just surviving, just getting through things, I don't think you get to be like, well, you don't get joy because your best effort is not an A. Like that doesn't seem right. So my question is, I agree with you. Like, you need to have a conversation and give it to them. But then are you going to do it, like, in your scenario? Would you do anything else if they go to school and now they're not showing up to class, they're gaming all the time, like they end up doing this instead of the court? Like, it is in fact a distraction. Or are you like, well, you're an adult?
Wait, okay. So first of all, your kid is away at college. Can we just talk about all the distractions there are at college?
Yeah.
Like your kid has a computer. They can get sucked into the internet and get sucked into screens.
And other people
already.
have gaming systems. Like,
other people have gaming systems. There's bars, there's drugs, there's parties, there's friends, there's extracurricular activities, there's sleep. Like, you don't need to, like, if he doesn't get this thing, if they don't get this game, they're still going to be distracted. Every kid is distracted. So I don't think this is going to make or break it. And so, I mean, I agree with Lucy. Like, your kid has the potential to do well. They proved it to you when you bought this gaming console initially. You know, affirm that hard work that they did and say, this is, you know, I bought this back then. And I think we can have, like you said, Lucy, a conversation about it. But I don't think this is going to be the success or failure key of their college.
I just think, what if you know that enabling, like, sure, there are other distractions, but they have to, in some sense, leave their space for more of those distractions, right? And so your worry is that by bringing this in here, they can go, and I agree what you say, like, they have a computer, they have all of this, right? But if you have a real concern that they cannot leave and you have this conversation, like, is there a next step? Right? Because whether she gives it or not, I guess my thing is, like, if you give it and it is a distraction, in my mind, you are stuck with that decision. You can't take, they are an adult. You don't get to take away a gift or set limits on your college student playing the way you could if you gave your children a gaming console and all of a sudden it got out of control and you were like, okay, we need to have some rules, right? Like, you have to give it to them knowing that they are going to get to set those limits.
Let's be honest, life gets messy, families fight, coworkers overstep, partners do weird stuff in bed. Luckily, Slate's advice columnists have seen it all. Sign up for the free Slate Advice newsletter and get our latest takes on sex, parenting, money, and every moral gray area in between, plus exclusive bonus letters delivered straight to your inbox. Subscribe now at slate.com/advice. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a test. It's going to be a challenge, but, like, they can play video games on their computer with or without this game. They can choose to be distracted. And if you say, look, I trust that you can, you know, you're old enough to handle this. That's why I got it for you. I'm proud of you for the work you're doing. And I just want to give you this as a, you know, as a token of, you know, my pride in what you've been doing. And, like, but you could also say, like, you don't have to say, like, if you fail another class, I'm going to take it away, but you can kind of treat it as a challenge,
right? Like,
I mean, and also I feel like, I mean, do you want to make this decision kind of based on fear? Because that's what it just feels like. The idea of not giving your college kid back their gaming system is really about fear, because that's one more thing on his plate that's going to tip over the whole Jenga set.
I mean, they never had it. The thing is, the kid doesn't have it yet, right? Like, they bought it.
And and I understand, like, your kid is juggling college and a disabling medical condition, but I don't know. I also don't think that this is a time to be controlling. I think this is a time to be protective with, like, but not controlling. Does that make sense? Like, you want to be protective of
what if they hadn't bought it yet? Like, what if the question was everything, but they said, should I buy this gaming system? Does your answer change?
No.
Because they already bought the gaming system, and I feel like, well, you were in a place where you thought this was a good idea. So then, Lucy, I completely agree with you. You're not giving it because of fear, right? But if a friend came and said, I'm thinking about buying this gaming system. He had this really good semester. He wants this, but also I'm not sure he can manage the responsibility. To me, that's like there's something about the fact that she already bought it that to me makes me feel like, well, give it to them, like, trust them.
Yeah.
Versus, like, if you came and said, like, I bought that, like, I want to buy this, but I'm not sure. Like, I think then I would say, like, what about having the gaming system worries you? Like, when they're at home, do they just like stay home and play? Like, are there behaviors that look like there is a possibility of like addiction to this, or a possibility like more than a just distraction? Like, I think I would entertain more of a conversation about not having it because you hadn't already bought it.
Yeah, but the way that Zach just laid it out for all of us, like this kid is in college. He's gonna find a way to play video games, whether he has the gaming system or not. He's gonna figure it out.
Most kids, I'm sure, have like on their dorm room floor. There's
Well,
a
on
lot
their
of video games.
phones, like you can play a million things on
Exactly.
your phone and on your.
Amelia and Avery don't have Instagram and don't have TikTok on their phones. However, their friends do.
Yeah.
And Amelia can like list off a bunch of trending audio and memes and all that off the top of her head, but she doesn't have any of these things on her phone.
There's something to me though about the step of going to find that versus like being given it.
Right. 100%.
I know that you can go find all of that. And I'm
But that's a big old step. Yeah.
But like there's like a lot of value to me if you are going to a friend's house to play video games. Versus like, are you sitting in your own room? And Zach, this is like, I don't know where I land on this. I don't think video games are inherently bad, but I also don't know this child. It's like, I want to ask so many questions about this kid. Like when they play at home, what does that look like? Right. What's the medical condition? Is this going to be like one more thing that keeps them in their room? Are the issues that they've had in school before because they were distracted or because they have a medical condition? Like those are two different things, right?
Just return it and get yourself a day spa. I mean,
forget them. I think it's really hard, but I do think you guys are both right in the like, in video games are not inherently wrong. There are a lot of distractions, and a lot of college is learning how to balance those distractions with life.
Mm-hmm.
And to what extent can we like check in with our kids while they're at college and not micromanage them, but be like, can we just like maybe every Tuesday just get on the phone and talk? And like, I want to hear about what's going on with school. I want to hear about what you're learning, just kind of stay curious, but stay on top of them in a way that doesn't feel, like you're infantilizing them. Like, I don't remember how in tune I was, or how, I don't think I was updating my parents regularly at college.
You didn't call?
I called, but it wasn't like, there wasn't like, are you doing your homework? I think they just kind of trusted me.
Yeah, mine too.
I didn't go away for college, but the majority of our conversations were like, so where are you at? How does it feel? Are you good? Are you managing your time correctly?
Mm-hmm.
It was very businessy, the conversations about college with me and my mom.
Yeah.
Right. But
I mean, because they were making a big investment. I don't know if they were paying.
Yeah, she never once said, did you finish your homework? Like, she knew I was doing homework. Like, I was just like not going out.
Yeah, like if you were failing your classes, they would have found out. Like this.
Exactly. I'm like, I have to pass. And they had access to like all my phone numbers and stuff for school where you can call and find out what people's grades were back in the day. So
old school.
Old school.
It's so hard, right? Because it's such a different, like, I didn't have a cell phone in college until I think my senior year. Like there wasn't cable in the dorm. I lived in the dorms. There wasn't cable for.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was like 25.
There were plenty of distractions, but very little of it was like in my space. Like all of it, I had to go be really social.
Yeah.
But you're right. This is like, Zach, as you were saying that, I was like, gosh, this is inherently a question of trust.
All right. So why don't we help her out? Let's go around the table real quick.
The second choice is she gives it to him, but it stays home.
Right. That. So
I don't like that.
How many? Okay. Zach, does she buy the gift and leave it at home, or does she buy the gift and give it to the kid?
No, I think you give it to him.
Elizabeth?
I'm also going to give it to him.
So am I, my friend.
And give it to him, but again, with a conversation, it's not conditional, but it is like, I just want to hear how you're doing, and I want to help you stay on top of your shit as best I can.
And I want to give it with this is a symbol of the trust that you have. Like, gosh, I've been really impressed.
That's too TED Talky, Elizabeth. That's too TED Talky. I'm being serious. To TED Talkie. I think she should have out like a 2-sentence, like written out on a notepad. Listen, I'm gonna give you this. You need it. I get it.
But I'm also putting a camera inside this.
There's the
video game
camera, and we're
console.
tracking you, and there's
Yeah.
an Apple tag on your shoe.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my TED Talk.
Your Teddy talk.
And then every voicemail is going to be like, are you not calling me because you're playing on that gaming system?
Also, I mean, husband, sorry, dude. Like,
Bro.
Oh,
you can't
Happy
just,
you're
you
saying
can't just
something,
kick the
Zach.
can. You can't just kick the can.
What is that?
Make the
My
decision.
husband is
with
leaving
your
the
partner.
choice up to me. What should
Yeah.
I do? Well, first of all, you should go get your husband, sit him down, and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Papa, guess what? You didn't check out at 18. You don't
That's
get to
right.
do that.
That's right.
if you want more thoughts on that letter, you should head over to Karen Feeding the Column on slate.com to see what writer Logan thought. And of course, let us know what you think.
Yeah, we love mail. All kinds of mail, but especially voicemail, email. You can email us at karenfeedingpod@slate.com. Join the conversation in the Slate Parenting Facebook group, or call us and leave a voicemail at 646-357-9318.
And that's our show. Subscribe, leave a rating, a review, tell all your amigos, tell everybody. If you want more parenting advice, you can find Karen Feeding the Column on slate.com. This episode of Care and Feeding is produced by Cheyna Roth. Micah Phillips is our video producer. Mia Lobel is executive director of podcast for Slate, and Ben Richmond is senior director of podcast operation. For Zak Rosen and Elizabeth Newcamp, I'm Lucy Lopez. Thank you for listening.
If you want more no-nonsense advice about parenting, relationships, money, and everything else life throws your way, sign up for the Slate Advice newsletter. A special thanks to our Slate Plus members. If you haven't already, consider joining. Slate Plus members get unlimited access to all of Slate's journalism and help support our independent reporting.